Good morning, dear students. How are you today? I hope you're fine. Today we're going to have the revision on quarter 4. Okay, this is very important revision for the final exam. So today we're having here, do you remember the multiplication and the division? 4 times 5 equals 20. Here, what is the times? Here I have a number and it's repeated. Here how many times? I have here 5 is repeated 4 times. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 will give you 20. 3 multiplied by 8. Here 8 is repeated 3 times. So I have here 8 plus 8 plus 8 equal 24, or I can remember now my timetable. 3 times 8 equal 24. The product of 7 and 7, here do you remember the product means what? Means multiply. So here the product of 7 and 7 means 7 times 7 equal 49. 6 times 4 equal 24. Do you remember this? 6 times 4 equal 24. 6 multiplied by 2. Here 6 is repeated how many times here? 2 times. So 6 plus 6, or 6 times 6 in the timetable here, it's 12. Here the product of 9 and 8. 9 and times 8 here. 9 times 8 equals what? 9 times 8, do you remember? 72. 8 shared equally 4 2. When I share here, it means I will divide a number among 2 here. If I have here 8 oranges, I want to share them equally among Lara and Libya. So Lara will take 4 oranges and Libya will take the other 4 oranges. Here 18 are separated to 3 equal groups. So 18 separated 2, so it's 18 divided 3 will give me 6. 54 shared equally 4 6. When I say shared equally means divided. 54 divided 6 equal 9. 48 separated to 8 equal parts. Separated, do you remember separated? Yes, this is shared, this is divided. 48 divided 8 equal, do you remember 6 times 8 equal 48? Do you remember this? Okay, here I have 24 divided by 3. 24 divided by 3. So 24 divided by 3, 3 times what gives me 24? Do you remember? 3 times 8. 36 divided by 6, 6 by 6 equal 20 equal 36. Do you remember the song? 6 times 6 equal 36. By now, this is the multiply and divided. I have here the bar graph of tickets sales. Here, either the school sold raffle tickets for 5 hours. The table below shows the number of tickets sold during each hour. Use the information in the table to complete the graph. I have here the table. Monday 55 tickets, okay, and for Tuesday 40 tickets were sold. Wednesday 25, Thursday 35, Friday 80. So here I have my bar graph. Do you remember the bar graph? Monday he asked me to draw 55, so I'm going to draw a bar from this point. Okay, here is the x-axis and here is the y-axis. Okay, days of the week, and here number of tickets. I will go up until I reach what here? From 50 to 60 I have in between 55. So this is 55. Then Tuesday I will draw a bar line here until I get to 40. So I will draw this line until I get to 40 and make it as a bar. Then Wednesday 25. So I will go up until 25. Here I don't have here 25. No, I have between 20 and 30. I have here 25. Then here Thursday, I have 35 on Thursday, so I go up until I reach 35. Then Friday, I go up until I reach 80 here now. Okay, so this is the bar graph. This is the bar graph. I can have some questions on the bar graph and answer these questions. Use the bar graph you made to answer the questions. How many tickets were sold on Monday? When I go up on Monday, okay, Monday here, I go up on my graph and see how many tickets were sold. Number of tickets here, 55. How many tickets were sold on Thursday? When I go to Thursday, I go like this, and then I see here 35. Here, on which day were the most tickets sold? On which day the most tickets sold here? What do you notice here? Where is the longest bar? Here on Friday, they here sold 80 tickets. So on what day? On Friday they sold the most tickets. Okay, on which day were the fewest tickets sold? When I say fewest, least. Okay, here by looking to your graph, so you draw here this, you drew here this is 425. So the least here on Wednesday. When I go here on my table and see, yes, Wednesday 25, this is the day where the tickets sold least here, the least number here where the tickets have been sold. Okay, what is on the y-axis of the graph? Okay, we have, as I told you, x-axis and y-axis. Here you are the x-axis, and here the y-axis. Here I can see the number of tickets, and in the x-axis, days of the week. Okay, how many tickets were sold after Tuesday? After Tuesday, after Tuesday I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 25 plus 35 plus 8. Okay, it will give me, after addition, it will give me 100. Here 140. Okay, how many tickets were sold before Thursday, Linda? Before Thursday, I have here Thursday, before Thursday, all these days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So here I will add 55 plus 40 plus 25 before Thursday, Lara. Okay, Yasin Mohi. Line plot. Okay, we have taken also the lesson of line plot. Do you remember? Okay, Mr. Bradley is very proud of all the students in his science class. They all studied hard and did an excellent job on last week's science test. Everyone in the class scored on 88% or higher. The line plot below shows the score distribution here. Science test score, and here I have 88% score, 89% score until 100 score. So how many students received the score of 94%? I will search for 94%, and now search how many students here. 2 students. The X's here refers to the number of students, so I have here 2 students scored 94%. What was the highest score in the class? The highest score, not the greatest number of students. I here search for the highest score. The score, as you see here, down under the number line, I have here 100% is the highest score, but I don't have here any students that got 100%. Okay, we don't have here any students that got also 99%. I have 2 students got 98%. So this is the highest score. This is the highest score students, okay, got on the science class. What was the lowest score in the class? Lowest score 88%. 88%. And I have how many students here got 88%? 1, 2, 3, 4 students. Area of a shape. Now moving to the lesson of area. Find the area of each shape by counting the square centimeters. Okay, the square, it's in the shape of square inside. Okay, square centimeters. So the area here is the inside here boxes. Boxes here, the square centimeters here. Every square is one square centimeter. So let's do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one, the area here is 9 square centimeter. This one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 square centimeter, and here 7 square centimeter. Remember that we can calculate the area of the shape by doing what? Do you remember? Side times side, or length times width. Okay, here I have perimeter. Do you remember the perimeter? The perimeter means what? The sum of the outside lengths of a polygon. So find the perimeter of each polygon. Here I have this rectangle. I have here 4, 8, 4, 8. So the perimeter equals what? 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. I can say also 8 plus 4 all multiplied by 2, because here I have the length and the width, and I make plus of them, then multiply the sum of them by 2 because it's repeated 2 times. Okay, here I have in the triangle, the perimeter equals what? The perimeter is the sum of all outside lengths. Here I have 7 plus 7, 14 plus 5, 19 centimeter. Here I have in the square, the perimeter equals 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, or 9 times 4, because here the side is repeated 4 times. In that trapezoid I have here 3 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4, and the answer, the perimeter, will be 19 kilometers. Here the unit here value by kilometers, so I'm writing here kilometers. Here by meters, so I'm writing here by meters. Okay, and so on. Here, what is this shape? Remember with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. Do you remember, Libya? Yes, hexagon. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Fuad, this is mean hexagon. So here the perimeter of it, the sum of all sides, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3 times 6, because I have here 6 equal sides. Regular hexagon. Here I have this rectangle. 4, I have 2 in the rectangle. Remember, each 2 opposite sides are equal in length and parallel. Each 2 opposite sides are equal in length and, do you remember, parallel. So this is my rectangle. Here I have the perimeter equals 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6, or 6 plus 4 all times 2. This will give me the same answer. Area of irregular shape. The composite shape. If I have here 2 shapes or 2 figures, okay, connected to each other like this. To find the area of an irregular shape made of 2 or more rectangles, cut the shape into 2 or more parts and add the area of each part. So here what should I do? I just cut here my shape, my irregular shape, into 2 parts to be regular parts here. So this is a rectangle and this is another rectangle. I have here the area of rectangle 1, the purple one. I have length times width. So length times width here, 4 times 3, 4 times 3, 4 times 3. And I cut it here by putting the dots here, okay, the horizontal line here. So I have another blue rectangle. So the area of the blue rectangle here, the area of rectangle 2 is what? Yeah, 5 times 3. 5 times 3, length times width. Length times width. So it will be 15. I have here 15 and 12. The area of the whole figure is the sum of area of rectangle 1 and area of rectangle 2. So 15 plus 12 will give me 27. Quadrilateral questions. Do you remember the quadrilaterals? How many sides does a quadrilateral have? Do you remember quads? I have been telling you this since the starting of quarter 4. Quadrilateral, 4 sides, 4 angles. Okay, do you remember pentagon? 5. Do you remember hexagon? 6. Heptagon? 7. Octagon? 8. Do you remember? Okay. How many pairs of parallel sides does a rectangle have? In the rectangle in this shape, each two opposite sides are parallel. So I have how many pairs of parallel sides? Pairs here means what? Dear students, do you remember? Pairs mean like pair of gloves. Do you know what's the meaning of pair again? Pair means two. So, like pair of gloves, pair of socks. Okay, so here 2. I have 2 pairs, each two opposite pairs, or each two opposite sides are parallel and have the same length. Okay, how many pairs of parallel sides does a trapezoid have? When I say trapezoid, it's very important to remember what trapezoid, one pair of parallel sides. I told you this on the online sessions. Remember, here when I say trapezoid, this is the trapezoid. One pair of parallel sides. One pair means what? 2 sides. 2 sides here are parallel. Okay. Name 2 quadrilaterals which all sides have an equal length. The rhombus. In the rhombus, all sides have equal length, and also in the square. So in the rhombus and in the square. Color the trapezoid that's next to the rhombus. Okay, this is a trapezoid and this is another trapezoid. Which trapezoid is next to rhombus? This one, because this is a rhombus here. In the rhombus, remember, all sides are equal in length. That's the features of the trapezoid. All sides are equal in length and each two opposite angles are equal. In the square, all sides are equal in length, but they have, okay, it's a must that they have right angles inside. 4 right angles. Okay, moving to the triangles. We can classify our triangles according to their side lengths or according to their measure of angles. Here I am classifying my triangles according to the lengths. So if I have 3 equal length, 3 sides are equal in length. So it's called, do you remember Lara, Linda, Libya, Yasin, Mohi, Yasin, Tariq? Yes, it's equilateral. Fuad, when I have here 2 sides are equal in length, so it's called what? Isosceles triangle. And here if I have Qadr al-Mu'tasim, if I have here all sides are different in length, no sides are in this are the same length, so it's called what, Karim? It's called scalene. It's called what? Scalene triangle. So here 3, 5, 3. I have 2 sides are equal in length, 1 different. So it's the isosceles. Bravo, Karim. Here I have 14, 9, 8. So here all are different. No one is the same. So it's scalene. Do you remember we we were saying that it's crazy one. 24, 24, 24, all the same, so it's called equilateral. Okay, let's go to this. Triangles. Do you remember here the measure of angles? Okay, here the measure of the angle is what is less than 90 degrees, so it's an acute angle that's less than 90 degrees. An acute triangle here has 3 acute angles. In this right angle, it's a right angle exactly equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so here it's called a right triangle, and when I have a triangle, it's a closed polygon here, so it's a right triangle, has one right angle here, and as you see here, 2 acute angles. Here, this is an obtuse angle. Do you remember obtuse angle? And it's called what again? PQR, or I can call it the angle RQP, or I can call it just Q. Okay, so this angle is greater than 90 degrees, so it's called obtuse angle. Here I have obtuse triangle, and obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle and 2 acute angles. Tomato. First, reading a pictograph. Do you remember the pictograph? Okay, it's the kind of graphs here. Harvest season has begun and the farmers are busily picking their tomatoes. The numbers of tomatoes are shown in the pictograph below. Note each tomato in the pictograph stands for 5 tomatoes. This is the most important thing now. So each tomato or each picture here stands for 5 tomatoes picked. Use the information provided to answer the question. Okay, I have here the key of this table, that each picture here gives me 5 tomatoes. This means what? In day 4 I have 1, 2, 3 pictures. I prefer to call it picture. So each one picture gives me 5 tomatoes. So 3 times 5. Every time I multiply by the 5. Okay, the given here, the given rule, the given key. Here 5 times 3, it will give me 15. And here when he says the question, how many tomatoes did the farmer pick on the first day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures. 6 here, what? Pictures. Times what? Times the key here, Hassan and Hussein, times 5 acid will give me 30. Here, what day did the farmer pick the most tomatoes? What day do you think here the farmer picked the most? Of course, here the first day. As you see here, the first day, as we calculated 5 times 6 will give me 30. Judy, which days, Jumana, did the farmer pick the same amount of tomatoes? How many did he pick in total both of those days? Maryam Muhammad, Maryam Ibrahim, Maryam Mahmoud, Karma. So here, day 2 is as day 3. So they calculated, okay, how many did they pick in both days? I have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times what? 4 times 5 equals 20. Day 2, he collected 20 tomatoes. And in day 3, the same 20. So 20 plus 20 will give you 40 tomatoes. What's the difference between the number of tomatoes picked on day 3, okay, and day 4? Okay, what's the difference here between the number of tomatoes picked day 3 and day 4? Day 3 we calculated 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5, 20. 20 or 20. Here 20 minus what? Day 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 pictures times 5 will give you 15. So 20 minus 15 will give you 5 tomatoes. Okay, How many tomatoes in total did he pick for the season? I will do what here? I will multiply each day by 5. Here 30, and here we calculated this 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 5, 20, and 20. So we have 30 plus 20, 50. 50 plus 20, 70. 70. Here I have 3 times 5 equal here 3 times 5, 15. So the total will be 85. Okay, this was the pictograph. Getting to school, bar graph. Use the bar graph to answer the questions. I have here walk. I go to school. The group of students at Parkside Elementary School made a bar graph to show you how they get to school. Okay, by walking or on foot. How many students here on foot? Here I have 40. By bicycle, I go up the purple one. By bicycle, 30. By bus, here I want to see 35. And by train, like this, 20. And by car, 10. So I look at my graph and answer the questions. Here, how many students ride their bicycle to school? As we see here, 30. We go here, we go up and then go to the left to see how many students here, the number of students. Okay, then do more students ride their bicycle or get a ride in car? This is the bicycle and this is the car. So bicycle, the students that go to school by bicycle are more than the students that go by car. So bicycle is the greater number of students. How many more students take the bus to school than? This means what? How many students more than? I am comparing between the bus who goes by bus or he goes by train. Who goes by train? By bus, here I have 35, and by car, by train, by train here is 20. So 35 minus the 20 will give you 15, the difference. How many students ride in a car to school? Okay, we calculate, we go up and then to the left. So 10 students go in a car, go to school in a car. How many students take the train and walk to school combined? So I'm going to calculate or to add the students that go by train. They take the train, how many? I will go like this, up and then to the left. Okay, and then to the left here 20, and also the ones who go to school walking, by walking 40. So 40 plus 20 will give you 60. How do most of the students go to school? What do you see in the graph? The highest here bar graph is the walking, by walking, the green bar by walking. 40 students prefer to go to school by walking. Moving to this lesson, regular and irregular polygons. I have here the name triangle. This is a regular triangle. All sides are equal in length. Irregular, the sides of the triangle are not equal in length. Number of sides here 3. 1, 2, 3 sides and 3 angles. Okay, when I have here 3 sides, so I'm having 3 angles. Angles inside. Quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral. It means that it has 4 sides. Regular, it means that all sides are equal in length. Irregular, different side lengths. Pentagon, 5 sides. Here irregular pentagon. Hexagon, do you remember 6? And here 6 also. This is for regular hexagon and this is for irregular hexagon. Here I have octagon. All sides are equal in length, so it's called regular octagon, and here it's not regular, it's irregular. 8 sides and 8 angles too. Classify plane figure. I have here, is it a polygon or not? The polygon has the polygon has closed shape, and it consists of line segments, and these line segments do not intersect. So this is this is a polygon, it's a triangle. This is not a polygon because it's open. Here it's an number here 3. Let's number 2 here. It's an octagon and it's called polygon. Also here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's called pentagon. I want you to first count the sides here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrilateral, rectangle, circle. Is the circle polygon or not? Of course not, because it doesn't consist of line segments. Here, what's this? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's what? 6 hexagon. Then a triangle. Triangle, 3 sides. Types of quadrilaterals. I have here quadrilaterals. This is a polygon, consists of 4 sides. I have kinds of quadrilaterals: kite, 2 consecutive, do you remember, sides, okay, equal in length. And here I have parallelogram, each 2 opposite sides are parallel and equal in length. Trapezoid, just 1 pair of sides are parallel, okay. Do you remember that trapezoid? It has also isosceles trapezoid, and also what do you remember? The right trapezoid, okay. Here I have parallelogram like rhombus, okay, rectangle and square. The rectangle, each 2 opposite sides are equal in length and parallel. Here the square, all sides are equal in length, and it has here right angles, 4 right angles. The rhombus, all sides are equal in length, each 2 opposite angles are equal in measure. It differs than the square. Here the rhombus may be the angles not right angles, but the square, it must have right angles, 4 right angles inside. True or false? Square is a case from trapezoid. Yes or not? Of course not. False, because the square, all sides are equal in length, and each 2 opposite sides are parallel. Here the trapezoid, only 1 pair of sides are parallel. Trapezoid has only 1 pair of parallel sides? Of course yes. Parallelogram has 3 pairs of equal sides? No, of course not. Parallelogram has 2 pairs of equal sides. Rhombus has 2 pairs of equal opposite angles. Rhombus, 2 pairs of equal opposite angles? Of course yes. Square, rectangle, rhombus, kind of trapezoid? Of course not, as I have told you and explained this to you before. Octagon has 8 sides? Of course right. Partition figures, do you remember partition figures? Here 4 equal parts. I have here this figure. I want to partition this figure, or cut this figure into 4 equal parts by drawing a plus sign. So you're having here 4 equal parts, each part equal the other. And if I shaded just one, or color just one here part, so it's called quarter, 1 out of 4. Here I draw the plus sign to here divide or partition my figure. This is the circle, into 4 equal parts. 2 equal parts is to draw a line to here partition this figure, the triangle, into 2 equal parts. So this part equal to this part, and this one also I draw here the line. It's what? It's horizontally. I can't draw it here vertically because they will not be the same, but by drawing horizontal line from side to side line, so here I have 2 equal sides. Here the heart, I should draw the line what? I should draw the line vertically, okay, to have two equal sides. Okay, remember with me, 5 multiplied by 5 equal 25. 5 times 5 equal 25. 36 divided by 6 will give me 6. 36 divided by 6 will give me 6. Okay, here. Okay, remember 48 cards shared for 8, so this is called divided, as I told you. 48 divided 8, 6. 42 separated means also divided. 42 separated into 4, 7, into 7 equal parts, so 42 divided 7. 10 multiplied by 3, 10 times 3, 30. Okay, I'm doing this quickly because we have covered this before, okay, in this revision YouTube. The answer of 20 divided 5 minus 4. 20 divided 5 between brackets will give me what? Do you remember? 4. 4 minus 4, 0. The answer of 6 plus 2 times 5. 2 times 5, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. The capacity, do you remember the capacity of the ink inside the pen? By milliliters, because it's very small amount, so it's by 2 milliliter, not liter, or not here 2000. Okay, the mass of the desk here by kilogram, 1 kilogram. Okay, here Ellie takes the plane to London. She traveled at 9:25 in the morning and she arrives at 12:45. So from 9 to 12 is 3 hours. From 9 to 12, after 9, 10, 11, 12. And from 25 to 45 is 20 minutes. Okay, and here shed the shape related to the fraction 3 out of 4. So I'm going to shed 3 parts out of 4. 3 the numerator, the shaded part, and here the total, the denominator down. Do you remember? Maya travels on a coach to Manchester. Her coach sets off at 8:10 o'clock. The journey is 1 hour and 20 minutes long. What time did she arrive here? She here started her journey at 8. Okay, then she spent 1 hour. After 8, 9, and for the minutes, at 10 minutes she starts her journey. Then it took her 20 minutes, so 10 plus 20, it's 9:30. So she arrived at 9:30. And here write the fraction of each shape. The shaded part 1 out of what? Out of 8 parts. The shaded part 1, 2, 3 out of the total 4. Here the shaded part 1, 2 out of 4. 2, okay, over 4 here. Okay, then what time is it? What's the time? Do you remember? It's 10:30 and I have here 2 minutes, so it's 10:42. It's 10:32, excuse me. Draw the hour and minutes hand. 2:30, so the short hand refers to points to the hours and the long hand points to the minutes. So here it's 2:30. And here, do you remember? Half or quarter, which is greater? The half is greater than the quarter. If you take one part of 2 big parts, is better than to take one part of 4 parts. To divide a whole pizza among just 2 people is better than to divide the same size of the pizza among 4 students or 4 people. Remember that 3 divided 3 equals 1. 4 divided 1 equals 4. This is the sign of division here. Fraction the same as division. Here I have the last thing here. Qadr has 18 beads. She divides them into 2 equal groups to make 2 necklaces. So divide means 18 divided by 2, 9. Libya collected 9 rocks per day. How many rocks can she collect in 5 days? 9 times 45. 9 times 5 equals 45. By that, dear students, we have covered the revision on quarter 4. If you have any questions, kindly send them on Google Classroom. Thank you, my dear students. I was very happy to be with you. Mrs. Dina.